Welcome back to From the Pages of Wrestling Eye, the November 1986 issue. This is Volume 1, Number 12. Late 1986, the national expansion is underway, but the territory system still breathes. The WWF is booming. The NWA is recalibrating. The AWA is fighting to remain relevant. And Wrestling Eye positions itself as the publication willing to ask sharper questions. We open with the editorial, sport, or entertainment. The tone is reflective and slightly confrontational. The piece wrestles with the identity crisis hovering over professional wrestling in 1986. Is it sport? Is it spectacle? Is it both? The editorial acknowledges television's growing influence, character exaggeration, national marketing. Yet it stops short of dismissing the athletic foundation. The article argues that presentation may evolve, but the physical toll remains real. That tension sits at the center of the era. Then comes Wrestling Eye's forecast for '87. This is forward-looking and bold. Predictions are laid out for the coming year. Will Hogan remain untouchable? Will the AWA regain footing? Can the NWA maintain championship credibility? The piece suggests change is inevitable. Power structures never remain frozen. Promotions must adapt or shrink. Jesse Ventura. Missing in action focuses on absence. Ventura's in-ring activity has slowed, and the article explores why. Injury concerns, commentary prominence, career direction. Ventura in 1986 is transitioning into a broadcast voice while still maintaining in-ring aura. The magazine presents him as unpredictable, capable of returning at any time, yet increasingly visible outside the ropes. The underrated stars of the WWF shifts focus away from the headline names. The article identifies performers who deliver consistently but do not receive marquee positioning. It argues that depth sustains a promotion. Not every wrestler headlines Madison Square Garden, but many carry house shows, regional markets, and undercard credibility. The piece frames the roster as layered rather than top-heavy. Is the AWA up for sale? Moves into investigative territory. Rumors swirl around financial strain and potential transactions. The article does not declare certainty, but explores instability. The AWA, once a dominant force, appears vulnerable. Questions about ownership, television reach, and talent retention surface. The tone is serious, not sensational. The Mod Squad and J.D. Costello offers spotlight coverage of a pairing working to carve identity. The piece emphasizes presentation, ring style, and positioning within their territory context. Wrestling Eye often leans toward regional reporting, and this feature reflects that. Two tag team upsets revisit surprising results that shifted standings. The article treats tag wrestling as strategically complex rather than secondary. It highlights chemistry, timing, and the volatility that defines 2-on-2 competition. Dan Spivey, the new Hulk Hogan, directly addresses comparisons. Spivey's physique and presence invite inevitable parallels to Hogan. The article examines whether marketing and fan reaction justify the comparison. It stops short of crowning him successor, but acknowledges visual similarities and potential trajectory. Lex Lugar, superstar on the rise frames. Lugar as ascending force. Power, look, momentum. The piece emphasizes upward trajectory. He is not yet the centerpiece, but the momentum is visible. The article suggests sustained positioning could elevate him further. Florida Action covers activity within the Sunshine State. Match outcomes, storyline notes, territory flavor. Florida remains a proving ground for many talents, and the section treats it with respect. Hercules Hernandez. A real threat to Hulk-A-Mania escalates tension at the top. Hercules is portrayed as a credible physical challenger to Hogan's dominance. The article leans into strength, conditioning, and aggressive style. It frames Hulk-A-Mania not as invincible, but as challenged. David Dr. D. Schultz, mean as they come, highlights volatility. Schultz's reputation for intensity and unpredictability anchors the narrative. The piece presents him as dangerous presence whose aggression is never fully contained. EWA Action provides coverage of another territory environment, reinforcing Wrestling Eye's broader geographic lens. Rip Oliver's Army. The Wrath of the Clan dives into Pacific Northwest hostility. The article describes faction mentality and collective aggression. Territory storytelling feels rawer here, less polished than national television. The issue is layered with pin-ups, giving visual prominence to Ricky Morton, Oxbaker, Billy Graham versus Johnny Rodz, Lex Luger versus Jesse Barr, Manny Fernandez, Garvin versus McDaniel, the Fabulous Ones, Wendy Richter, Nikita Koloff, Ivan Putski versus Oxbaker, Lady Maxine, Tony Atlas, the Koloffs, Todd Champion versus Khan and Jimmy Hart. These serve as collectible centerpieces for fans building scrapbooks and bedroom wall displays. In the departments, Candid Pick offers lighter glimpses behind the scenes. After the 3-count reflects on recent developments. Fan club column reinforces the grassroots community structure of the era. Mailing addresses, chapter updates, organized fandom. The Phantom of the Ring delivers sharp opinion. Wrestling Eye's ratings lay out champions across promotions, grounding the magazine in competitive hierarchy. The ratings list WWF Heavyweight Champion Hulk Hogan, AWA Heavyweight Champion Nick Bockwinkel, NWA Heavyweight Champion Dusty Rhodes, and Women's Champion Fabulous Moolah. These rankings provide structural clarity in a fragmented landscape. Photo of the month. Black Bart spotlights a figure emblematic of rugged persona. Letters to the editor reinforces reader engagement. Gene Gordon presents Women in Wrestling adds depth to the women's division, ensuring coverage beyond novelty. Subscription advertisement is straightforward. 1 year for $10, 6 issues. Canada and foreign subscriptions slightly higher. JEMS, encountered publisher information, reinforces legitimacy. November 1986 sits at a crossroads. The WWF dominates nationally. The NWA stabilizes under new leadership. The AWA faces uncertainty. Territories still matter. Wrestling Eye captures that transitional tension with analytical tone rather than cartoon gloss. This issue feels investigative, reflective, and aware that change is accelerating. See ya next time. Farewell from the Empire State.